I'm Jack Dunn. Welcome to my studio. I'm an artist that's been painting now full-time for 16 years, and I've been in the Acosta Strong Fine Art Gallery for about 6-7 years. And I'll give you a little bit of my background. I have an engineering degree from West Point, and I served in the United States Army as an artillery officer for a number of years. And then I spent a career as a corporate executive, primarily as a marketing executive, and realized about 16 years ago that I wanted to paint. And so I set an objective to retire at 50 so I could follow my bliss. I've been influenced by 3 artists in my life. Marsden Hartley, who is known as the painter of Maine, but he did in fact paint down here. And Marsden Hartley painted in somewhat blocky style compositions. And then Kandinsky, who was an abstract colorist, and then Georgia O'Keeffe. Georgia O'Keeffe, known obviously for all of her movement. So in my mind, consciously or unconsciously, those 3 artists come together to form what I believe is my unique style. We'll move into this room. This is where I take a little bit of time after I've painted. I hang out in here. One of the things I read is Picasso said, as long as a piece of work is in his studio, it's fair game. Let's go out now into the courtyard. I like to paint plein air, either on site or I'll take photographs, come back and finish a piece. But I also like to paint a lot in my studio, and I particularly like to paint out here in my courtyard where the light is good and it's just an inspiring condition out here. This is the coming together of the 3 artists I talked about. Kandinsky color, somewhat of the blockiness of Marsden Hartley, and again the movement of Georgia O'Keeffe. I don't think this painting looks like any particular one artist that we've been talking about, but you can certainly see the influence of all 3. I'll do a little bit of work here. This is a brush I like to use. It's an old golf handle, golf club, and I've attached to a brush at the end, a larger brush. And one of the things I feel this particular brush does for me, it keeps me honest. It keeps me from being too close to the canvas. One of the things I've found with this kind of color that I use, as much color as I do use, is it's very important to balance. So if I have something down here, I better have some of it up here and over here and over here, or the painting will tend to get a little lopsided. And so as I get down to these final strokes on a painting like this, I'm trying to create that balance. Color is a beautiful thing. The human eye sees an incredible spectrum of color and appreciates it. The thing I like about having color in my paintings as I capture is it makes people happy. I see color, I appreciate color, and I paint it. I paint it. So Carlos, I see you're taking pictures of my brushes, but I want to call your attention to this that I use to clean my brushes. And this is sucker's heavy. It's brass. It's a 105 blank, 105 artillery blank, and you can see my jump wings kind of on there. You see those jump wings? That's a paratrooper, baby. And my troops gave me this when I left the 82nd Airborne. I never imagined I would be using this to clean my paint brushes with, but it's the best thing imaginable because there's a charge rod in the middle, and you can take your brush and run it against that. It's solid brass, so it's indestructible. And when I die, Carlos, you take this and I want you to have it.